Russia has claimed to have launched offensive operations across multiple Ukrainian front lines. The Russian Defense Ministry said that its forces targeted key military infrastructure in Ukraine's Sumy, Kharkiv, Donetsk, Zaporizhia, Kherson. And according to the Russian Defense Ministry, over 150 locations were hit, including drone storage sites as well as deployment points. The Russian forces also claimed that their air defenses shot down 146 Ukrainian drones in the last 24 hours.
This is not your typical Tuesday. Just hours ago, a swarm of over 100 drones filled the skies across Russia. Explosions, airport shutdowns, a power substation hit. And that's just scratching the surface. Ukraine? Silent. Russia? Furious. And in the middle of all this chaos, Vladimir Putin is on state TV talking nukes. Yeah, welcome to May 6th. Let's start with the skies. Overnight, Russia reported destroying 105 Ukrainian drones. Yes, you heard right, 105. Moscow alone was hit for the second night in a row. 19 drones were taken down before they reached the capital, but debris still rained down on highways and apartment blocks. For airports? Closed for hours. Now here's where it gets weird. In Kursk, a Ukrainian drone allegedly targeted a car, killing 2 women. Same region, another car hit. This time a 53-year-old man didn't make it. But the fire flew both ways. Russia hit Donetsk and Sumy in eastern Ukraine. At least 3 civilians were killed. In Odessa, 1 person died in a drone strike, and Kharkiv's mayor confirmed overnight attacks too. This wasn't a one-sided assault. It was tit for tat. Drones have become the new normal in a war that feels anything but normal. Oh, and let's talk Kursk again. According to Russian state media, and of course their beloved war bloggers, Ukrainian forces didn't just send drones. They crossed the border, land incursion, armored vehicles. Now, Kyiv didn't confirm that. But when the internet's buzzing with videos and blurry footage, something definitely went down. Then comes the nuclear cherry on top. President Putin, marking 25 years in power, told the world he hopes nuclear weapons won't be necessary in Ukraine. Hopes, not promises. Remember, Russia quietly revised its nuclear doctrine recently. Now, they say they might use nukes even in response to conventional threats, if those threats are backed by nuclear-armed powers. Kuf NATO kuf. So yeah, Putin just basically said, we don't want to, but we might. Meanwhile, in a land of unpredictability, Donald Trump popped up with his own take. He claims both Russia and Ukraine want to settle. According to him, the fall in oil prices means Putin's ready for peace. Trump's exact words? We are in a good position to settle. Look, whether it's diplomacy or delusion, depends on your view of oil, polls, and reality. Back in Europe, the EU's pushing a plan to ditch Russian fossil fuels by 2027. Germany's outgoing Chancellor Scholz reaffirmed support for Ukraine. And the new guy, Friedrich Merz, says backing Kyiv is non-negotiable. It's a full chessboard. Missiles, drones, oil, nukes, politics, and power plays. So what happens next? More drones? A ceasefire? A mushroom cloud? Let's hope it's none of the above. But in this war, hope is just the start of the sentence, never the period. Hit that like button if the news gave you whiplash today. Subscribe for more no-fluff updates, and drop a comment. Do you think peace is actually possible right now? Or are we past the point of no return? See you in the next update. Stay sharp.